My name's Kevin Graham. I'm Chief Development Officer for SMS Highway Group. We are a business of about 25 people with offices in London, Bucharest, Hong Kong, Dubai, Kenya, and one or two other sales offices around the world. We're an A2P messaging provider primarily, and we've been operating for almost 17 years now, so fairly well established in the industry. So we're at a really interesting stage in the company's development. As a long-standing independent provider in the industry, we are experiencing real significant growth. I think in the last 4 years we've grown 4 times effectively, and we're now in a position where we are not only developing the position that we have in the A2P industry, but also working on diversifying our product set, which is why we're here to understand all things RCS. Had a fantastic insight into the progression and listening to the guys from the Google product team and everyone, some of our competitors and partners in the industry yesterday. So it was really good to get some insight into the way that the market is developing there. And obviously we are developing our partnerships to enable us to kind of work within that sector moving forward. But we're still very confident about our position, I guess, in the market, and particularly our relationships with our operator partners around the world, which is, I guess, where we've developed our position of strength in the market over, as I say, 17 years. I think the Western European markets particularly have become, very, very mature, very saturated in some respects, but it also means that there's opportunities in terms of the diversification, the RCS agenda as an example. So enterprise requirements in Western Europe particularly, I think, are going to focus around those areas. We, as I said before, work very closely with our operator partners, and so some of the work that we're doing in the emerging regions is focused around helping to educate the operator community on the opportunities that exist within A2P messaging particularly, how to control the growth of that product set, and how to make sure that they're providing the right kind of products, the right kind of availability and service that enterprises require, because the enterprises we work with generally don't just work in one jurisdiction. They're looking for partners who can work with them and operators who can facilitate their requirements in other jurisdictions as well, because they have satellite offices or emerging markets in those kind of areas. Absolutely. So we were sat with a customer last week who and they asked us outright, what do you see the messaging and short form communication opportunities looking like in a couple of years' time? And everyone has their own view on how the market will develop. I think what's interesting is the number of different products that exist out there now, and the dynamics of adoption when you're looking at the likes of RCS, when you're looking at the other providers in terms of the Apple community addressing the requirements that perhaps are more region specific, so perhaps Viber in Eastern Europe as an example. We need to be able to guide our customers on how to integrate all that and come up with something with a strategy that works for everyone, particularly if they've got a number of different global offices. So it's none of us have all of the answers, none of us have a crystal ball, but I think we can all see that the way that the market is developing means that, in our opinion, A2P messaging is still going to be at the very heart of what we do. It's what we know and what we've proven our capability in, but to complement that with different ways of communicating and follow what the customers are looking for. I think I would probably pick operator education and awareness. So the differences and the knowledge gaps that exist within the operator community are still considerable, and that's an opportunity for us because we work with our operator partners to help them understand a little bit more about what the customers require, and also the impact of some of their policies or their development, sometimes lack thereof, and the impact that has on the enterprise space. So I think it's probably the knowledge gap that exists in the operator community. Whilst that's an opportunity for us as well, it can also be a little bit frustrating at times, I guess, but it's an education process. So, we always like to come together and meet with our partners from around the world, and there are a number of different events that we have in our calendar, and this is always one of the most important. I like this event particularly because there's an element of education, there's an element of information sharing in terms of the opportunities that you get from the panel debates, to hear everyone's view on the market and the way it's developing. But for me, it's always really important just to meet some of the people that we work closely with, that are here. We're lucky to work in what I think is a fantastic global industry. We're a fairly small community, but we're very close. And at SMS Highway, I guess our way of working is really built around the way that we work with the people and the partners that we hold dear.